Everyone in Ridgewood High remembered the moment the new girl refused to move. It happened in less than 10 seconds, but it changed the entire school forever. On her very first morning, as she stood by her locker clutching a map and trying not to look lost, the biggest bully in the entire district decided she was his next target. What no one knew was that she had walked into this school carrying a story no one could see, one made of scars, strength, and a promise she swore she'd never break again. Lena Rivers was quiet, polite, and small for her age. She'd transferred in the middle of senior year, something that immediately put her on the radar of people like Chase Durrell, the boy who walked the halls like he owned the floors themselves. Chase was popular, tall, athletic, and respected for all the wrong reasons. His word was treated like law. If he wanted someone to move, they moved. If he wanted someone to disappear, they avoided him for months. The teachers tolerated him because his father donated thousands to the school every year. But Lena didn't know any of that, and even if she had, she wouldn't have cared. Her first day started off quietly. She walked with careful steps, keeping her headphones tucked into her pocket. She didn't want to draw attention, not after everything that happened at her last school. Her mother's voice echoed in her mind like a warning, "Just get through the year, baby. No trouble, no fights, no more incidents." So Lena tried. She tried to stay invisible. But sometimes trouble doesn't wait for you to find it, it finds you. As she stood at her locker flipping her map around, she heard footsteps behind her. Heavy, confident, closing in like a warning drum. She didn't react. She didn't know she was supposed to. Then a shadow fell over her. "You're in my spot." The voice was sharp, mocking, and dripping with entitlement. "Chase." Lena blinked up at him. "Oh, sorry, I didn't know." She stepped a little to the side, but the hallway was crowded, students moving like a restless river. Chase slid closer. "I said you're in my spot. Move." This time, Lena stopped. Something inside her, something deep, old, and tired, snapped into place. She had spent years running, years apologizing for things that weren't her fault. She had spent too long being afraid of people who used fear as a weapon. Not today. She turned back to her locker and said, very quietly, "No." Gasps echoed. A few phones went up. Everyone knew what happened when someone refused him. Chase's smirk disappeared. "What did you say?" Lena swallowed hard. She didn't raise her voice. But she didn't move, either. "I said no. I just need to find my class, that's all." "You don't tell me no," he growled. Before she could react, Chase shoved her shoulder hard. She stumbled into the lockers. Her books fell across the floor like spilled secrets. A few people laughed. A few winced. A few whispered that the new girl must be insane. She steadied herself, taking a slow breath. "I don't want any trouble," she said. But Chase wanted exactly that. He stepped forward again, closer this time. "Then move." Lena froze. Her heart hammered uselessly. She could feel every eye in the hallway on her. The old fear tried to rise, whispering that she had to stay quiet, keep her head down, avoid conflict. That voice had protected her once, but it had also kept her trapped. She almost listened to it. Almost. But then Chase grabbed her arm and yanked her backward. And punched her. The crowd went silent as Lena staggered into the lockers again. Pain shot up her jaw, warm and electric. Shock washed over her. Not because he hit her, she'd known worse, but because she realized something in that exact moment. Running never helped. Fear never changed anything. Silence never protected her. She looked up slowly, her hair falling from behind her ear. And something in her eyes made Chase pause, a warning he didn't understand. "I said," Lena breathed, her voice steadying with every word, "I don't want trouble, but I'm not afraid of you." Before Chase could swing again, Lena shifted into a stance no one expected. A stance no normal girl would know. A stance drilled into her bones by years of self-defense training her father insisted on before he passed away. She didn't attack out of anger. She didn't attack out of pride. She attacked because someone had to teach him that hurting people never made you powerful. Chase swung again, a wild, sloppy punch fueled by ego, not skill. Lena moved with calm precision, sidestepping with the grace of someone who knew exactly how to handle a bigger opponent. Her feet planted, her shoulder aligned, her breath anchored her, and then she countered. One strike, fast, controlled, accurate. The sound echoed down the hallway, a sharp crack like snapping wood. Chase dropped to his knees, breathless, eyes wide. The pain collapsed him before he even processed what happened. Students backed away, stunned. Lena didn't follow him. She didn't raise her fists. She didn't smirk. She simply said, with quiet dignity, never hit someone smaller than you. And never hit someone who warned you. Teachers rushed in. Phones recorded everything. Chase, humiliated and furious, yelled that she attacked him unprovoked, but the videos told the truth. For once, the truth didn't need to shout. Over the next days, the entire school shifted. Chase was suspended. His father tried to pressure the school board, but the evidence was too clear. Students who once feared him now looked at Lena with awe. Some even apologized for never standing up to him. For the first time, Lena felt something she thought she'd lost forever, belonging. But the real fight came inside her own home that night. Her mother was terrified. "Lena, baby, what did you do? What if it all happens again? What if we have to move again? What if?" Lena took her mother's hands gently. "Mom, I didn't fight to hurt anyone. I fought because he left me no choice. I fought because I'm tired of running." Tears filled her mother's eyes, but for the first time, she saw strength in her daughter that she had only hoped was still there. The next week, a girl Lena had never met approached her at lunch. A quiet girl with freckles and a soft voice. "Thank you," she whispered. "He used to push me too." Another came the next day. And another. Lena realized her Counterstrike had done far more than defend herself. It broke a cycle of silence in everyone else. By the end of the month, Ridgewood High felt different. Lighter, safer, more honest. Lena didn't become a hero. She didn't become popular. She didn't want any of that. She simply became someone who refused to be afraid anymore. And that changed everything. Because a single act of courage, even one Counterstrike, can echo longer than fear ever does. And as the school year moved forward, Lena learned the most important lesson of all. Strength is never about how hard you can hit. It's about how powerfully you can rise, even when someone tries to knock you down.